long week. Quit sniffing glue.
Oh my God. They found me. I don't know how, but they found me.
Run for it, Marty!
Hey YouTube, PhatPastor here. Thank you for coming out on a Tuesday night hang time. All right, now it looks like the chat is now populating back up like it's supposed to be. And though I have it frozen in this one, let me get it going. There we go. All right. Hit that like button and subscribe. It's free. That's right. Smash it away. All right. Yes, I am excited. It's just a few more days and we will be championship racing here in Middle Tennessee. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. How's it going, Raymond? Skip's going to be popping back on here momentarily.
Yeah.
All right, we got your audio and everything. I'm going to switch over to that without belaboring it. There he is.
Yeah, it should be. I just done a test, and it's very fast. So,
all right,
we're good to go finally.
All right. Only thing worse than having internet troubles is having car troubles.
I would say car troubles is worse, but I can work on internet pretty easily. Car troubles is not fun.
No.
I was supposed to go to Rotor Riot Rampage, and I went to go. I always do a vehicle inspection before I take off somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And went to do inspection on my brakes, and come to find out that I had bare spots on my tire. On driver's side rear tire. So, needless to say, I didn't go to Rotor Riot Rampage, not only because one car didn't work, the other car needed a tire, and the truck, and it was missing on a cylinder. And then the truck definitely needed tires.
Octavia Swan. Howdy, hi, hello everyone, hope all is well, WTH everyone, pink heart, green heart.
At least I'm ready to go now.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna silence, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna silence Jarvis for a second. Well, while we're talking, mute him. Just got to remember when I unmute him, he wants to read everything from the point that I muted him on. There we go. FPV gaps. Let me jump in here and read the early birds. Raymond Carrera, McFly's, Dexter Wells, Jason Levin, FPV gaps, and Black Pawn. Madness.
Lost Pastor, his video camera is paused. So it looks like he's looking up in the air. So I don't know what's happened here.
Huh. Is the stream
frozen? And it looks like I'm paused on the stream. So something's wrong with Discord right now. There you go. Now finally getting Pastor coming in.
Yeah, YouTube's doing the thing. I didn't know, but Skip was telling me that they're having problems with the internet around the world. Yeah. Are you all right, Skip? I think you might be frozen. If you can hear, I think you might be frozen, Skip. Well, oh, YouTube's fighting me on this end too. This is like the third time I've had to pop a chat out. So, there we go. Car trouble. I can hear you.
Okay.
There we go.
Is it?
There
we go.
Let me see if I'm gonna test chat again. There we go. Now it's back on. I think logging on to turn Jarvis off, for whatever reason, if I open up any other window and start running a new window, YouTube kills the chat. Yeah.
Octavia in the chat said, "Hey Skip, hey, how's it going?"
Yeah. Jason Levin said, "Oh, that's my internet has been so shoddy." Mine actually done. That's not actually been bad. So, hopefully we'll get through tonight without any problems. But this is the last stream. I will not be doing, in case it does fail or something, I will not be doing a Thursday night stream because we're going to do a Friday night stream, a Saturday stream, and a Sunday stream. You're going to get to see my ugly mug and many other people's ugly mugs right here on this channel. And I don't know, I think someone's supposed to get in touch with me from MultiGP. I think they're supposed to be multicasting it or something like that. But I don't know. I don't know. Wade may already be taking care of that or something. I don't know. I don't know. There's people that know a lot more about this stuff than I do, and I am okay with that. I don't have to be. You're froze again, Skip. I hear your audio's fine.
Stop it.
Oh, that's what it was. Now it's back live again. I don't know what it is. Huh. Red Sky. What's he doing popping in here? Hello, Red Sky, man. You should be on here more often, dude. Pretty good. Ready for next weekend stream. Yeah, y'all should drive down to Nashville and be a part of it, Octavia. Y'all should come on down. All right, everything's working. Seems like it's working right now. So, if not, just be a part of the stream, and we'll be happy for you to be a part of the stream. I understand that not everybody can make it, but it will be the place to be. It is the place to be. I'm hoping that Radio Master's gear gets here before the race. I just had to pay tariffs on it, and not upset by that. That's not Radio Master's fault, but I had to pay duty fees. That's the most I ever paid for duty. You ever had to pay for duty, Skip?
Yeah, well, I did one time, and I said, well, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to do it much again unless it's something very important.
Yeah. Yeah. Now the duty fees, it wasn't as much as the merch that they're sending, but I'm doing okay.
The one they sent me, the last one they sent me, I think I got Whoop motors for free to test, and from T Hobby, and they wanted to charge me like $45 for the and I was like, no, I could just buy the motors for $5.
Yeah. It's around $40 to $50. I've paid it twice now. I had to do it for Beta FPV or Gem Fan 1. No, it was VCI. I had to do it for VCI, and I had to do it for Radio Master. So Mr. Lee will be late tonight. He's in the woods with his night vision. Oh, he better not have a gun with him. That's I had a friend of mine that got big time trouble uh, for being in the woods at night in a deer stand with a night vision scope on his rifle. It was before deer season. He said he was just scouting, but game where they took his truck and everything. It was bad news. They look at that as poaching, from what I understand. So yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna we'll talk a little bit about. Well, ask your questions. Answer your questions. Whew, my brain. We'll answer your questions tonight. If you got any questions on the championship, you shouldn't if you're a regular, because we have talked about it and talked about it and talked about it and talked about it. But hopefully there'll be more than just regulars on tonight. We'll get some more people.
So does your stream record the stream also? I didn't know if it gives a physical download or not.
No, I don't have it. I don't have it recording to my hard drive.
Okay.
I probably should, but I don't. Now I can set up my my link camera to record, and it takes a lot more a lot less space and stuff.
June Loco just asked a question. He said, any DJI 04 in stock anywhere? Yes, Get FPV just sent us a message. It's saying that Get FPV has DJI 04 in stock. And from what I understand, DJI 04 is going to be in stock in other places this week. So very soon. Get it while you can.
I got this. I have no more DJI. I sold all my DJI stuff. Did I tell you that, Skip? Philoblaster made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. So
you sold what?
I sold my Neo, my DJI goggles, the controller, and the Mobula 8.
Okay.
And all I've got left is that unopened DJI 04 Lite. So, will my name be on the board? In the drawings as a pilot, you have to, for the pilots that are there that will be in the drawing for the giveaways, because there are other pilots that paid and did not cancel in enough time to get their money back. So, but there'll be other giveaways that'll be going on if you're watching the streams live. So, but yeah, I've got you down that we're gonna fill your box with your bag with a little. I'm gonna fill your bag with a little bit more out of my pocket, since you did buy a ticket just to get a pilot's bag. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, you got to be there to get in on the live pilot giveaways thing. So yeah, June was like, don't tell anybody. So I wonder how they're doing that. They running it through. I mean, I've seen some things. I haven't been watching a lot of YouTube, but I've seen some thumbnails people have sent me that DJI is actually producing drones under different names and trying to slip them in through the country.
Yeah, they are, for sure. But that's a slippery slope. I mean, what if you buy a drone and somebody says it's a DJI drone, and you don't know if it's official or not. So it's a slippery slope. You could actually end up buying something that's totally not a DJI even related drone and be something off TinyWhoop. So
Yeah. Yeah. Unicycle FPV said, Pastor, I've considered doing the same thing, selling it, but I've used my Neo to rescue 2 different stuck whoops now. Well, I've got the Autel Evo Nano, which is like the Mavic 3 or something. So I've got something that I could use to get a stuck drone out if I needed to. It's just with the goggles, and I had the battery to make the Neo fully FPV, not the battery, but the radio, the goggles and that radio, the Neo, and all. It was just an awful lot to have for something that I never flew, and I really the picture's good, but I've been flying HDzero too long, I think. There's a video out there of a guy that was a DJI pilot and flying pretty much exclusively DJI. Well, he bought the HDzero goggles, and I think he said for like 14 days, he didn't fly anything but HDzero. And when he went back to DJI, he was flying a course, and he wanted to see if if it slowed him down, if it was a noticeable difference. And he was bouncing off the ground, crashing, and everything else after going back to DJI, because he was used to that fixed latency of HDzero. And that's the thing. When I first tried Walk Snail, I put Walk Snail on, and I had the little module that went on the front of my goggles. It looked really good. But hey, that looks familiar.
yeah, I'm working on your drone here.
Yeah,
We got solid blue and solid red, like it's good to go, and still no picture.
Huh. I wonder if it's, because it took a hit. I wonder if it's a MIPI cable again, because the last time the MIPI cable went out, it did the same thing.
Check it.
Yeah, Raymond, I won't actually put you in the heats and everything, because there's a couple of other pilots that are in the race, so to say, that already told me that it don't look like they're going to be able to make it, and they waited too long to get the refund, and so we'll just they just won't be in the heats. That's what I've had, a Meteor 75 Pro, but honestly, I love my analog stuff way more. I just started with the Neo 3 and the NC3 goggles. Yeah. I liked the goggles, and the picture was good and clear. It's just one here anymore. I don't get to fly that much at all. Not enough to have 2 different systems. Do any work with DJI controller or goggles? I got the Neo and rarely use it, but cool having the gimbal to look down. I just got the motion controller, so yeah, there is the radio. There is a radio that you can get for it, that once you bind that radio up to the Neo, you can fly that thing acro. You can attempt to do a power loop with it if you want to. It's not going to want to do it. I am too, FPV Gaps. He says, I'm ready to race. But yeah, if you get that controller, I think it's like $199 or something. You watch Amazon, they'll have open packages every now and then for them. It'll bring that little Neo to life for you. Well, that thing will scoot, son. And it don't fly like a regular FPV drone, but you can fly at FPV with that. DJI, by the time I see the branch, I've already hit it. Yeah, that's
Yeah, that is the common problem is latency, which 04 has gotten better with that in race mode. I will say that 04 in race mode has taken care of that problem. It's just, when you get DJI, you're expecting to have the best video quality and necessarily put it in race mode. But they have fixed that with the 04 Lite. And me and Bardwell and Evan Turner have all tested it out. Uh, we had everybody racing next to each other and everything. I don't know if you see Bardwell's video on that, but I took a big part in that behind the scenes. And I can say for sure that in race mode, that DJI latency is fixed.
yeah. Just got it to look around with my Goggle 3. Yep. Don't get me wrong, it's nice. But something that caught my eye was that I forget what it's called, what they've called the company now, but the Insta360 drone. That thing looks sharp, man. If you want something that
It's all right. I think so. The one thing that I did notice about DJI in race mode is the field of view narrow. So if you expect to race it like another race drone, you're gonna have to race it with narrow field of view. Uh, and so I mean you get the quality and everything, low latency, but a smaller picture is actually kind of harder to race because you're used to seeing the next obstacle next to you.
and Skip can tell you firsthand, if you race an Avata with tiny trainers, you are putting it at severe jeopardy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was actually Tiny Trainer HD. So Tiny
Yeah.
Trainer HD is even more robust than a regular Tiny Trainer, or even more bigger than a regular Tiny Trainer. So, and with a pilot that's pretty close to pro class going full speed, it will blow one up.
Yep, I was there for that race. I saw the carnage. I didn't see the actual event. I didn't see the actual impact, but I think that was the first race that you and I were ever at the same time, wasn't it, Skip? And didn't really
Probably
even know each other. So
Yeah, it probably was.
so yeah. Um, let me show you guys the because I've had some people ask about it, and tonight or tomorrow during the day, but by tomorrow afternoon will be the last opportunity that you get to message me and let me know if you want a customized shirt. And let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about what I'm wearing. This takes way too much time to do this.
Look at when he turns around, look at that shirt. It looks nice. The back of that shirt, that's what it's going to look like at the race.
Skip's glows. This is Skip's right here. Stands out like a turd in a punch bowl.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
But this right here, this is for somebody where this says security. You can have your name, your race name, like Skip's was a tradies. And if you want your real name or your chapter, we can put it right there. That'll be in one color, and you can get this in another color. You can get it in the colors you see here. You can get it in green, which this is green. The screen doesn't do justice. Green, yellow, orange, pink, blue, and I think that's it. Yellow. Yeah. So you can get them in that. You just why this has to be the hang on. why tonight is because tomorrow is the last day I've got to do any customizing of shirts. So I'm going to have a few that's got the Southeast Micro Drone Championship just on the back for people that want them. I will not be bringing anything to cut or do vinyl shirts or whatever. Now, you know, if there's others that want to do that, then we can work that out or whatever. I got the Tiny Trainer with the HDzero Whoop VTX. It flies fantastic. Just needed to swap the antenna from left hand to right hand to match my goggles. So yeah, that's not. I've got my Tiny Trainer is the OG. It's got the double stack on it, which I've got. I think I got 3 Tiny Trainers. Skip's got one of them, working on it right now, and it's having video issues. But yes, what I need you to do if you want one, because I know some of you have messaged me and said that you want one, I need to know exactly how you want your name spelled out and what you want on it and what colors. And I need that by lunch tomorrow, Central Time, 1 at the latest. So I will have time to get those done for you. And if you want your name on it, we can do the logo there, the 2 drones coming in and the championship logo. We can do that in any of the colors. Is you just pick one color for the name and whatever's under it, and then one color for the was it a Mippy?
It was a Mippy.
Hey, that's the second time. But you know, and I might have time at the race to let you or somebody that knows something better. The Gen 3 one that I got from y'all that has the addressable LEDs and all of that on it, and the AIO, the HDzero AIO.
Yeah.
It flies like crap. It's got a lot of wobble in it, and like I've looked at it and checked, like, is the frame broken? And
is it the drone or is it the camera?
I don't know. I think it's the drone because it don't fly good. I mean, it's the others fly considerably better. It's like the tune is jacked up on it or something. And if you remember, I ordered that one pretty early when you and I think 533 had went live with it.
Yeah.
That day, and I was like, hey, put me down, make me one. and so it might have been before you guys had gotten the tune completely tweaked out or whatever. But
right. Yeah, we doubt we can even make that one.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we can figure something out for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it flies, it arms, it does everything. It is really like it's a tune issue. And so, I mean, I don't know if it just didn't get the right tune on it or what, but
yeah. We can check. I can check it out and see what it is.
Yeah, I'm sure it would fly a whole lot better. But every time I've tried it, I'm just like, man, it's lighter than the one you're working on now with both the boards, but it flies like it's heavier.
Huh.
And I think that's because of the wobble. Something's not right in it. When it goes to sit down or you go to turn hard, that's when it gets a lot worse. That's when you really notice it. You know, like the P term or something's off. You know how you'll zip it around and cut it and stuff, and it'll really show you when you're, what's it, prop wash oscillation or whatever. I can't even hard. Prop wash oscillation is jacked up. That's what it's acting like. But
Huh.
All right, Gaps, I'll be waiting for you, brother. And I think there's a couple more other people that are talking about it that I've seen in the chat. Just let me know. My memory is crap right now. So yeah, that's why I'm writing everything down so I don't forget and all of that. But yeah, did you guys see? Let me while Skip stepped away, I'm gonna pull up the face of my book page because we have made up in a week for all of the posting that's not been done in advertising on the race. I know I've posted about 3 or 4 different things. All right. We'll switch back over. Let me know when you come back in, Skip. Yeah, just wanted to show you some of the posts. Here, this one. This is probably about half of the merch that's going to be in the flight bags. Several shirts, as you see here. Tons of props. Shirts continue to go on. We've got motors, frames, lots of stickers and hats, and I don't remember what those are. Maybe those are UDL frames, lanyards, and there's flags and other stuff like that. And that's not even including what 533 is bringing and what we're going to be getting from Radio Master. So I sent that post out, and this one we got our chips in. So these are the actual poker chips that that will be given away. Every heat wins tokens. Whenever you win, you if you get first or second, you get you either get $1 or $2 for every heat, and this is a monetary value. Now there's no guarantee that if you have 75 of them at the end of the day that I'm going to put $75 cash in your hand. That means that there will be things for sale there that you can use these chips to purchase them. Things like batteries and props and frames and things like that are things that Middle Tennessee Drone Racing is doing and other people are doing. Also, you can't keep them as souvenirs. So, but they also, the chapter with the most challenge coins at the end of the event, Sunday night, when it's all said and done, that chapter will win a trophy designed by Custom FPV and 533, and that will be bragging rights for a year. They get to keep that. It's not something that's interchangeable. Like they have to give it back to whoever wins. And then we just announcing our sponsors, Radio Master, and Black Market FPV was a gold sponsor, which was a very nice sponsorship of them. And so yeah, we've just been posting away. And I think I think Charlotte was, now we're back. I think Charlotte was going to post something about did she ever post the pilot thing, Skip?
I believe so. Not too sure. I know we do have quite a few pilots coming. I know we have Heads Up. He's coming. We have Flyboy.
Yeah.
There's quite a few custom FPV. He's coming. So we got
And
some really fast pilots showing up.
And Custom, he's the UDL GOAT, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really good. And
when it comes to UDL championships, he's taken them all, hasn't he? 4 in a row, isn't it?
He has actually shared his build with 533, and now 533 carries custom FPV drone as a binding fly.
Whoa.
So you can actually buy his build that he's using at 533.
There we go, madness. Yep. You're welcome. Yep. Have to keep one. Gaps FPV says custom's okay. He's okay. He used to be from your crew, didn't he? And now he's moved down here to Tennessee where the grass is greener and the girls are pretty. Joking. So yeah.
Is that a Aussie or not an Aussie Aerosmith?
No, that would be Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses, yeah, that's what it was.
Paradise City, where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Paradise City, I think is what it was called. Yep. That's it. But you got to be careful because between me and you, and between Tennessee and Ohio, I think that is, or Indiana, lies a land called Kentucky. And I didn't know this until I started pastoring in Kentucky, that the toothbrush was invented in Kentucky. Did you know that, Skip?
Oh, wow. No.
Yeah. I was told because if it had been invented anywhere else, it would have been called a teeth brush. But nope. Nope. Not in Kentucky. They just got that one good one. They work it. No.
For some reason, that sounds like a funny fact and not a real fact.
Yeah, it's not a real fact. It's not a real fact at all. So, yeah. When I first took the church that I'm a pastor at now, I pastored all of the other churches that I'd ever pastored and everything was in Tennessee because I live in Tennessee. And when one of the deacons lent me his keys to go get copies made so that I could get in the building, I was at Ace Hardware and they were making copies, and I said, take this one here and just give me one of those colorful keys up there that stands out so it can look different on my keychain, as the main entrance into it. And as he was making them, I went off and looked for some other stuff and come back, and I kid you not, he made it in a UT Volunteer State Tennessee orange key. And some of the people, some of the members there are like, you did that on purpose because you live in Tennessee, you don't like Kentucky. And I was like, well, I didn't do it on purpose, but it appears to be a plus right now. So, so
I got some bad news for your tiny trainer.
Oh no, what is that?
The HDzero board is out on it. It's got a faded red power, which means that it's not doing so well.
Okay.
These this is a Race V2.
Now that was a brand new one. What that was the one that you took off of the old one, right?
I've done so many drones between here and there
Yeah,
that
but
you could
I'm
ask.
wondering if
I
I can
thought
send that in.
I thought I'd done the LEDs. I don't know. I have no clue, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
yeah. It was. If I'm not, I'm pretty sure it was the one that I got from the friend of mine that gave me all those drones, and it was in the V1 frame
Okay.
with an analog, and
Okay.
you moved it to a V2, and that VTX was brand new out of the box. So, but it's
Oh,
been a
yeah.
while, so I don't know. I might have I don't know if I got another one of the
I don't
old
know
ones.
if they make these anymore. So getting this one replaced is probably a no-go.
What's the
And
difference between it and the Eco kit? The Eco has the bad.
so the Eco has the Eco Cam in it.
But we could put the Lux camera on it and make it better, right?
No, you have a Nano 90 on this. So
Oh,
you need a Whoop Light is what you need.
let me see if I've got one. I've got
You need an HDzero Whoop Light, and then this thing would be perfect. And I might even have a Whoop Light laying around somewhere.
Yeah, I've got one here. I'm trying to see if I've got one still in the box because Eco. Right here just says Whoop transmitter.
Is that a Whoop Light?
Yeah, it's not the big one. It's
If it says HDzero Whoop Light on it, then
this one just
that's
says HDzero video transmitter. Whoop.
huh. Well, I don't know what that means, but
Yeah, let me
that
look, see if I
sounds.
got another. That's I know I've got more, but ones that are not open. But I don't guess it's going to matter if they're open or not if I've had them for 3 months, 4 months.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. Yeah, all you need is a Whoop Light, and you get 120 FPS and or 90 FPS. I'm sorry, or no, it's 120. I don't remember, but it's you get the full frame as a Race V3. It's the same frames as it. But yeah, if you guys notice I'm busy, I'm working on drones as I'm streaming at the same time.
Yeah, that's one. But it's just in a. Has it ever been soldered? It does look like it has been soldered. So, I mean, look, I had a metric ton of these things at one time.
But yeah, however you want to do that, that's fine.
Yeah,
We can.
if you got one, I can settle up with you on it.
All right.
Here's another. This is a Whoop Light. No, that's got the. I know what happened to that one. That one was the one that was on my Mobula.
That is
8.
Yeah.
But that UFL's pulled off of it. That one I snatched the UFL off of it.
So yeah, I'd like to get it to you at the race.
Okay, I can do that. I need to send because Carl has told me all of my stuff that's bad. If I'll send it back to China, they'll send me a or they'll fix them. The ones that can be fixed and stuff. Yeah, as far as the VTXs and stuff.
I wish I knew that because I just threw away probably 4 race V2s.
Oh, well, I don't know if that's for everybody.
Right.
I probably shouldn't have said it here on the stream, but I know other people that have said that they've done it also. And you got to have enough to make it worthwhile. You know, if it's just a bad chip or something that, you know, they were known for going bad with, they will. I've got this one right here. Let me see it. It's in the cellophane, and it just says HDzero video transmitter Whoop. And let me see if I can see what date it's got on it, because I know they did that for a little while. Has it got a date on it? No, but I'll do this on the channel.
If the gap says, yeah, you can reach out and do something about it. But yeah,
I'm going to do this in front of everybody.
I had like 4 of them, and they've been sitting in a bag with other chips and everything, so it ain't like they were brand new or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they worked, but
yeah,
it gets to a point to where I have so much crap that I just start throwing stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm going to switch to the bench for a minute, which will video switch off of you for a second, because
okay, go ahead.
Discord won't let me switch my camera again, but luckily it's on the right camera this time. So,
absolutely.
Right here. Boom. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see what this says, so y'all can see I'm not full of crap. It just says HDzero video transmitter. And then it says HDzero Whoop. So let me find something to quote it with. And we'll see if it's a Whoop Lite. I think it is.
Might be the original Whoop board that they had.
Well, the Whoop board didn't have the heatsink, right? And the Whoop Lite did.
Yeah.
That's the difference. We'll see. It might be an old board that I just never opened up. We will see. Nope, that's exactly what it is. The old Whoop board. So it won't be a 90, which is what this one is. And the Eco, you can't use a Nano 90 on it. So, crap.
Yeah, the Eco's got like analog wires.
Yeah, you can either only use the Lux or the Eco on it. Yep. Well, crap. Well, let me know if you've got one or what. Do y'all don't even sell them anymore, do you?
Not the Whoop boards, no, but we sell the Whoop Lite.
Oh, so you do sell the Whoop Lite? Well, if
Yeah,
I have to, I can order one. I'm not going to be.
Most of our tiny trainers now is the Whoop Lite.
Oh, so y'all not use you don't use, well, you can't use the AIO. It's not enough amps, right?
No, we can't use it. They have the new higher amp AIO. We still can't use it. I believe they said it was 20 amp. It's either 15 or 20 amp, but
oh, when they come out with that? Recently?
Yeah, that came out recently, but still doesn't push enough amps for tiny trainer. I believe it's made for 2S.
Okay.
So
yeah, I knew that. I knew that. It's just my brain right now. So, yeah. Well, let me know if I owe you anything on that or not.
Alrighty. Yeah, we'll get that together for you, and then I've got a lot of builds. I've got one drone for the race so far. Well, no, I'll take that back. I've got 2 drones.
I need to fly some of my 65 millimeters because I've got an issue with my HDzero Whoop freestyle, and I think it's just a version issue with my new goggles. It's not I think I just need to update it or something. So, but
I got this right here. I'm fixing to try out. If you can see it,
oh, it's all carbon.
it's all carbon.
Oh,
I designed this myself. It's a whoop frame that I designed myself, and the way it works is you get all the little pieces, kind of like a model, and you super glue them together, and it's actually pretty robust. It feels like it's pretty robust, but I mean, I'm gonna try it out, see how it
Yeah.
does.
yeah. I got a
So I don't
prototype.
know. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, mine was stupid.
So I don't know if you know this or not, but Happy Model has came out with a new board. And the new board that they came out with is the Crazy G. And the Crazy G, let me see here. It's called the Crazy G 473. So Happy Model just came out with this board. And if you've seen the beta FPV 5 and Air, you know, the beta FPV Air board, yeah, it's just like that, almost exactly like it. It's so similar in how it looks. It's kind of crazy.
It's like they ripped each other off.
It almost looks like they ripped each other off. But the cool thing about it is, so on the Crazy G, here is a UFL right here, right in the center. And here's your VTX chip. So this is the front of the drone. So if you have the antenna on it, the antenna is going to go over top of the VTX. Well, I don't know if you guys know it or not, but on most of the 5 and beta FPV 5 and 1s, if the camera slaps this chip right here in the middle, it's done for. It's dead VTX. So what Happy Model has done, so Beta FPV has their VTX or the UFL over here for their antenna on this side. Well, with the antenna going over top of that right there, it's another layer of protection of the VTX itself. So
FPV Gap says it's $82. Mind blown.
It's expensive. It definitely is expensive.
So is everything.
But if you think about it, if this is in theory, if this in theory lasts way longer than a beta FPV 5 and 1, then I mean, are you the $20? Is it worth the $20?
Yeah.
Because if I can crash this over and over and over again, keep flying it way longer than a beta FPV 5 and 1, then you might get your $20 worth rather than just buying another $60 board. So that's the question right there. And I'm going to figure it out because I'm going to take this one to the championship. This exact board right here is going in the new beta FPV Air 2 frame, the 2 frame. And I'm going to stick that in it, and I'm putting VCI purple motors with it. These nice ones that I got from VCI right here. It's purple, the VCI Pro Light. I'm going to put those with it.
I don't know which ones we have, but we've got probably 4 sets of motors from them that's going to be given away.
Well, everybody, the hype is the Pro Light. I haven't tried them out yet. I really been waiting to and wanting to at this race. So this is going to be probably one of my lead drones that I really, try out, push, because there's claims. I don't understand it. I don't know if it's just hype. I don't know what it is, but there is claims that VCI is better than
RCM
RCM power.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that's still in the testing. You can tell me that there's hype. You could say they are the best and all that, but I have to see it on paper
Well,
to believe it.
it's been confirmed because Red Sky confirmed it. He said they are the best.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's all kinds of people, especially pro pilots, that it's big in the pro pilot world, saying that they are the best. Uh, which I'm going to race it. I'm going to find out my own opinion, and then I'm going to put it on the scale and do a throttle test and see how much grams of thrust I'm getting out of it, and whether the half, I believe it's a half gram of weight less on the VCI motors is worth having rather than a half gram more. And so that's going to give us our power to weight ratio. So we're going to find out.
Yeah. FPV Gap says he's going to be trying them out also at the
Do you
race.
think it's do you believe in power to weight ratio?
I do, because that's the whole premise of what feels best to me. At IO, I had three 65 millimeters with the AIO, the HDzero AIO. I don't fly analog anymore. It's just, I don't. Maybe I should, but I don't. And for whatever reason, one of them, the main one, I broke a frame on it and it got flying wonky. And because I was running the race, Skip and I was doing the race, we didn't really have time to be doing a frame swap. So I switched to one of the other ones and it didn't fly very good. Didn't like the way it was too floaty for me. And so I fly the old Whoop Light with the Beta Crossboard in it. I actually bought another Beta Crossboard because it just works better for me. And I'm flying, I think it's 32,000 kV or 36,000 kV motors on them. And yeah, it's heavy. It's quite a bit heavier than what Skip was flying. But if if the car's heavier and you just put a bigger engine in it, you can still go the same speed. Now, you might not, in the turn and cornering and the takeoff and stuff, the lighter car might beat you, but I'm not that good. I like it when it comes to a dive gate and I get over that thing, I want to let off the throttle. I want that thing to sink like it's got an anchor on it and drop through that dive gate. And if I've got plenty of muscle back on the motor, it'll get me back up and back as fast as I've done. So that I've never understood. I mean, I understand the theory of it, but I've never practically understood the whole, let's get this thing as lightweight as possible, but fly 28,000 kV motors. When I'm like, why are you cutting all that off your frame, making your frame weaker when you could just fly a 30,000 kV motor, a 32,000 kV motor and have the same speed? But obviously people like T-Dog, Evan Turner, other people, Skip, in their building and testing, they know a lot more about it than I do. I'm just telling you what works for me. I like, I even got shirts made, Team PhatWhoop. I like the way a fat, heavy whoop flies. As a matter of fact, that's my mouse pad. Team PhatWhoop raised HDzero with both boards.
Well, I was asked a question today, and the question was, does the drone fit my skills?
Mm.
And I told them, and they were pro pilot, and I told them that, you know, I I I can't say that I make a drone to fit my skill because I'm not at the skill level as a pro pilot. Which means of course not. I'm not holding it wide open most of the time. But I do what I do when I build a drone and when I'm doing research and development is I try to get the least amount of weight that I possibly can, but I also try to get as much power as I possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to 5 inch, you definitely want as much power as you could possibly get, and enough battery life to go around the laps you need, at least 3 laps. So
Mm-hmm.
and if you crash, you want a little bit of wiggle room. So that's what I go off of whenever I'm asked if I can push the drone to its limit and all that. No, the answer is no, I can't. Uh, and yeah, a heavier drone might. I prefer an HDzero drone myself. Uh, but I use the RCM power motors to kind of even out that weight because I like I like the being able to see what I'm doing is more important to me to have than having all that power right now. In my opinion.
Yeah.
But no, I don't. I don't base a drone off my skills. I base a drone off uh, what the test results give me, and I don't. I've heard that people use VCI motors because they have a little bit more endurance, and they have a little bit less weight as on the edge of the arm. That's leverage has to play in that. Uh, but I don't know what the power is on the purple pro lights. I have not tested them yet. Uh, I have tested the ones with the bearing and they uh, with the bushing, and they or not the bushing with the ball bearings in it, and they were less than the RC power, which I was really hoping they weren't because I really like them. I really like the look of them, and I like the people over at VCI. What I heard about VCI that makes them different than everybody else, which is very important, is they go off pilot feedback.
Mm-hmm.
And what they done is they gave these pro pilots and all these other people test motors and wanted their feedback on how to make it better. And they actually made changes to make their motors better. So
now, is the RC Power motors heavier than the VCI motors?
they are a half a gram heavier.
Overall four.
Overall four. Yeah.
Ooh.
All four together, they're half a gram heavier.
But I'm sure the thrust that the RC Power has is more than half a gram more thrust.
I'm getting 100 grams of thrust. And so if this tells you anything, our old build was a 17.2 gram whoop with beta FPV 27,000 kV.
Mm-hmm.
They got about 50 to 60 grams of thrust.
That much difference.
And so I'm getting 40 to 50 grams more of thrust. And whenever and then it's also a 15.8 gram build now. So now the power to weight ratio went from like 4-to-1, almost 3-to-1 to 7-to-1. And it was a night and day difference on how it flew to me.
Yeah.
It went from
Go ahead.
it went from feeling like an old school whoop to actually feeling like, fast drum.
Hippie, which if I'm not mistaken, no, that's not right. I had him confused. Hippie says, if not holding full throttle, weight isn't my first priority. I want sturdiness. Yeah. See, I'm not at the place yet to where a 16, 17 gram whoop with amazing motors that I'm going to utilize that. And I don't know that I ever will, because I cut my teeth running through gates. The first quad that I really consistently run through gates was this. It's the Tiny Hawk Race, and I run a 4S 850. The pack weighed like 50 grams more than the drone. So so I learned to fly and learned to shoot gaps and everything with a bit of a heavier quad. Now, could I change? Probably so. McFlies with a $10 super chat. Thank you. Says, fat surely fits Pastor's skills. Touche. For $10, you can make fun of me all night. Keep the jokes coming. if you, oh, I'm gonna have to like that. I guess I'm gonna have to like that.
So yeah, what I do think is cool is if you haven't tried the Beta FPV Air 2 frame, that thing you can tell in your hands that thing is really stiff. Like it feels like if you take a regular Whoop frame, kind of like the Beta FPV Air or the Cockroach, Newbie Drum Cockroach, it's got bend and give to it, and the new Beta FPV Air 2 frame actually feels rigid. So yeah, I can feel a difference, and I'm thinking, we're thinking that might actually make it fly better. It being more rigid.
Yeah, see, I don't that might be the problem on the on that UDL that I was talking to you about. Because remember, you were like, this frame is a lot lighter than the Mobula 4 or whatever it was that I'm used to flying. That's on that black one. That's and that might be part of it, that the frame's just, because it's not tight. It just seems like it's all over the place.
Well, the one that I made for myself, it's kind of like this one right here. This one is the cockroach frame, but it's got a carbon fiber underbelly on it, and this thing is real stiff. And I prefer it over the Beta FPV Meteor 75.
Now, is that your UDL?
No, this one's not.
Okay.
My UDL is actually at the shop.
That's the one that has the multicolored lights on it, the red, white, and blue. You're still flying that one?
This one was just a 75 mil I was experimenting with, trying out. I wanted to make a fast 75 mil whoop. I never made a fast one. I only had UDLs, and this was my first fast one that I've tried out.
Yeah.
And it was all right. I mean, it was nothing to write home about. I really, I think the 65 mil fast whoops are way better. To be honest.
Do you guys have a quick general itinerary for this weekend? What times to be there each day? Expected time? Not to change the subject. No. We're mainly wanting to talk about the championship. So here's the general itinerary as it stands. Friday, I'm going to get there probably around 10 or 11. I'm going to find out tomorrow because I'm going by there tomorrow to pay the last bit of the payment on the facility and get the keys and whatever. So I'm going to find that out. But Friday is going to be, and if you some people are coming Thursday, y'all are welcome to come and help and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, Skip's going to be building the track and he's got some help, but you can always use help. Wade and myself will be setting up the flight control box, the cameras for live streaming, and testing whether we need to use Starlink or not. And all of that's going to be happening between noon and dinner, which will be around 5 or 6 o'clock. At that time, Phil Baxter from MultiGP. He's one of the managers of Middle Tennessee Drone Racing. He's bringing his grill, and he's going to grill hamburgers and hot dogs and all of that. And then so around supper, we're going to have grill and chill, just where we're going to hang out and eat some food, have some fun flying around. I think we are going to be very restricted on whether we can fly outside or not. This is a big fairgrounds that's utilized by lots of other people, and depending on if there's dignitaries or whatever, the amount of security may go up, but we can fly. And so after we eat and all that kind of stuff, we'll have a track up, and we're going to want pilots to fly it because we're going to do a test stream. We're going to run a stream while people are flying it. We're going to put people in heats. We're going to have the audio going, the video going, the black lights going, all of it going, just like what we're going to do on Saturday for the main 65 millimeter race. But the difference is depending upon the amount of pilots, we may not do official qualifying Friday night. We're gonna see where a lot of this lands because this is our first time. Now Skip and I, we've done races more times than we care to count, but this is a little different. So we're gonna fill it out, and also while the pilots that get there Friday night and fly for us, giving us we got to test RF and see which frequencies are best because, I've never flown in this building before. We don't know, if the standard frequencies that we use are going to be the best. When we're going to test those, and we'll find that out, and we'll make those changes Friday night. And also during that time, the pilots will be able to give their feedback to Skip, who is the track director. When it comes to the track and all of that, Skip will be the final say on that. But he is going to listen if there's a particular element that, everybody doesn't like, depending on, now I would tell you, Skip and I both, unless it's UDL, Skip and I both, like an element that you gotta think about. I think every good track has got one element in it that people are like, crap, I hate that, and I've got to slow down to get it, or I got to take a crazy, and champs for their pro spec. The gate where Evan and different ones were not, they wouldn't, it looked like it was set up to go and just loop around it. But what Evan and them were doing, they were going through it and they were zigzagging in between it, because it was just quicker than going up and over top of it or whatever. And that's something that, so Friday night, grill and chill. Then we're going to get into flying. We'll do a stream for a couple hours, maybe hour and a half or something. Test that out. Give those of us behind the the camera and behind the controls, a dry run, especially if we're running Starlink, because Starlink sometimes interferes with analog, and we want to test all of this, that we're not interfering with people. So we will probably be done around 11ish on Friday night. We will, if people are camping or whatever, we will meet back up probably around 10 or 11, depending upon the amount of pilots and all of that. And a lot of this stuff is going to be decided during Grill and Chill, where, you know, the people that buy the tickets and show up for the race, we're going to listen to you, especially at the very first of the race when we're setting things up. We want to accommodate our pilots as much as we can, but we also know there comes a time that after we've decided something, the accommodations are over and it's just time to race. So that's what Friday is for. It's for registration, to get you in there, to get you in the computer, all of that kind of stuff. Make sure that you, and getting there early, you know, pilots are going to have the opportunity to pick t-shirts that they want. You get there early. The earlier you get there, the more likely you are to get a shirt that will fit you. We only have, you know, you saw the picture. They sent what they sent. And if, you know, if you are a men's small, then, you know, you need to get there early if you want a t-shirt that's going to fit you. So that's what we're going to do on Friday. Then Saturday, we'll probably meet. I'm thinking around, I'll probably get there around 10 a.m., get everything going. I am going to see tomorrow if they will let someone camp with a sleeping bag, whatever, inside the Hell Moss building, just for my peace of mind and security purposes, because we want to leave our gear set up. We don't want to have to set anything else up again Saturday. So Saturday, once we get there, once the pilots get there, by noon at the latest, we're going to start running. And you know, we're not decided yet what format. We had a meeting last week, and we're thinking about, you know, different kinds of brackets and things that we want to run. We're not going to do things just because that's the way it's always been done. We do want to learn from other people's mistakes and other people's successes, but also this is what we're doing. It's different. You know, we've got the token thing giveaway, and that's all going to be going on and got to be explained. So we don't know if we're going to do double elimination. In the morning,
we're starting at 9 a.m., right?
Between 9 and 10 is what I was thinking, but it all depends on what people are saying at the
and that's practice starting, right? Or qualifying?
Yep, practice it first. And
are you doing open qualifying, or are you doing the pack limit?
No, we're not going to have a pack limit. I thought about that, and I think that's something that we decided the other night. It's in my notes right here. I don't know if I said it or what, but you know, in the notes that I was taking, it says no pack limit. So I think
that's awesome.
That we're going to stay there. And so if you get there early, you'll be able to get to run more packs. Some people think that's unfair. And maybe as this race gets bigger and, you know, we get understanding of how we want to run it, understand the venue and everything, because this is something that we, you know, we can get this venue every year. If we work on the timing, it might not be the same time of the year every year, but this is a venue that will be, if we handle it correctly, that will be invited back to year after year. So there's a lot we're going to learn in this first day or so. So,
But
the building
correct me
can
if I'm
open
wrong.
up. The building can open up at as early as 7 o'clock in the morning. So if people are there camping or something, um, the building can open up sooner. I mean, earlier than expected. If there's guys camping there, I don't want them to sit around and twiddle their thumbs all day. They can come in and race and do stuff and all of that type of stuff. But I also know that there are some people that are driving in on Saturday and won't be there until around 10 o'clock our time. So, they're asking, are they going to miss out on it because, they're like, that's the only time I can make it. And I'm like, well, we can work you in. So we don't really know. It depends on how many pilots we got. So Saturday, we're going to do that. Then after the practice, Friday night, once we're done, we will make whatever changes we're going to make to the track during the flight time. And then we're going to say, this is it. Here's the track.
Yeah.
We've decided on this. There will be no more changes to the track. Fly it, show up tomorrow, be ready to lay down your time, and we'll go from qualifying into brackets. Now, whether that is a double elimination or a triple elimination, we haven't decided. In the meeting we was having, we were leaning more toward a triple elimination, which they did at the West Coast TinyWhoop Championship or Whoop Championship. And from what I understand, Noah was there and he said it went really well. So, and I think AK was there, said he even liked it. So we're looking at all of that. So that'll be decided. So once qualifying starts on Saturday, it's gonna roll. And we'll probably do a stream for qualifying and all of that. And then we'll probably break for dinner, supper, something like that. And then come back for finals Saturday night. Saturday night will be a stream for 65 millimeter finals, podium, all of that. And after that stream's done, the cameras go down. The 65 millimeter track is the parts of the track that are not the same as the UDL will be taken down and the UDL track will be put up. Once the UDL track is put up, pilots can start running it. And we will make a decision on the UDL track Saturday night, time allowing, or early Sunday. And then once the track is finalized, then we'll let people start to run packs. They'll have a certain amount of time on the clock that we'll be like, okay, we're going to start qualifying at 1 or 2 p.m., something like that. Depends on how many pilots are there wanting to fly UDL. And then after that, we'll do the same thing. We'll go into qualifying, we'll go into brackets, and we have gotten trophies, and we plan on having a sport and pro class podium, meaning that I don't know that it'll be two different streams, but we still got to weigh that out. So it might be that we're going to have two different classes. So we're going to see how that goes, and we'll have a podium for both, and in both specs. So there's 16 trophies coming from SegTech Creations or Design, and he said they was dropping them in the mail, I believe, today. So yeah, so there will be 16 total podium spots at the race. And so as soon as the stream is over, for UDL. Depending on what time that is, we may allow a little more flying, but it'll probably be tear down and giving people time to go home and all of that. So that is, that's the general itinerary. So there's a lot of things that,
It's 9 o'clock to 10, right?
what's that?
We're going from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, right?
If we can go that long, I mean, it depends on the amount of pilots that we have. So, but we will
I mean,
be
on the latest we're saying is that's the latest. That's the cutoff is 10 o'clock. We must be done.
well, that's when we need to be done streaming. I'm going to find out again tomorrow. The man that is over the fairgrounds, the guy that is over the fairgrounds is like, you're supposed to be done with your venue. Because generally it's like open to the public type thing, where they say the public needs to be out of here, needs to be on their way of getting out of here at 10 o'clock. He said you can go as late as midnight. He said, but really at 11, you guys need to start packing up. So we can go to 11 o'clock at night. So, we're gonna look at it and just see how there's so much that, so many variables that will be, that we will have to hash out there, on scene, because we've never been there before.
Yeah, but in the open qualifying, is going to be great, I think, because I don't know if you guys know, but it doesn't matter how many packs somebody gets in sport class. You're not going to be any better than any pro class. Your skill level's where it's at, and it takes a long time to kind of hone those skills. Or even be born that way, to be honest with you.
If Evan shows up, Skip and I both could have 1,000 packs on that course, and with Evan, give him 2 heats, and he's probably already going to have a better line than both of us.
Yeah,
and that's just who he is. It's why he's a world champion, and owns his own company and all of this kind of stuff, and Skip and I are just doing it for fun, which Skip does it for work. Now, don't get me wrong, but Skip didn't take on being a manager of Middle Tennessee and jumped in neck deep into this race because he's going to make a bunch of money. I can tell you that. Nobody is. And especially me. I'm after this, I'm over $400 out of my own pocket that has gone toward this race. So, but Pro and Sport for 65 millimeter too. Yes, Pro and Sport 65 millimeters, Pro and Sport UDL. And I don't care if we only have 8 pilots, then there you go. You're going to podium, which we've got more than 8 pilots. So I think we got more than 8 pilots that staff. I believe I made 7 or 8 shirts, and all of these people that's got a shirt on, I just thought about it. Every one of them's a better pilot than I am. Maybe I should get people to work next year that are slower pilots than I am. I'm teasing. I wouldn't get anything done. So that's a long time to be breaking stuff. Will 533 be selling parts? I never got around to building my spares.
Well, it all depends on what parts we have available. I know right now we don't have any Whoop motors, so uh, right now it's kind of hard with how everything's going.
I can bring a
So
bunch of Whoop motors.
parts availability is kind of slim. And it's not like it was last year. Last year we had plenty of everything, and so it's just been different this year, and it's a different time where people are just buying up everything that's in the store, because it's available.
Yeah. Will y'all be bringing any of your hot and readies or binding flies?
We're going to try to.
Okay.
I don't know if we're going to be able to, but we're going to try to.
Well, let me know, Skip, afterwards, what kind of parts that you're running low on or whatever, because I've got like analog VTXs that I don't use, frames and stuff that I can bring. I can bring motors, things like that that will keep people in the air. So, me too.
Yeah, it's mainly motors.
I think I probably got about 6, maybe 8 sets of motors that I could bring. So, yeah. And we've got VCI motors and beta FPV motors and all of that are sponsored motors, which we'll look at that also. Those are supposed to be given away, but they didn't say that we couldn't put them on a drone first, and give all of that away. Who knows how that'll go. So, and there is, I don't know if you noticed in the picture, there is, I think there's 2 maybe, beta FPV 65 millimeter airs. I think they are. That's in that picture. So those are ones that they're there. So and they're going to be given in some form of way. That's going to be put into somebody's hands at no cost to them. So don't know if that'll go in a. It's not going to go in a bag. I think that might just be something that's just given away, because the podium positions, we got to work that out too, based upon the amount of ticket sales. We'll work that out, because that's going to dictate how much cash is going to go into the hands of the podium people that podium. So I'm with you, Gaps. I will definitely be in sport class, probably toward the bottom of sport class. Really, the only reason why I made sport class at IO is because somebody, man, I think I was like 17 or 18, just barely missed the top 16 in sports class, and then we had a couple people not show up. So me and a couple people after me was into the sport class finals because people just didn't come back at IO. They had something else to do. So, yeah.
Something I think that we need to look at in the future of racing, which I see this is going that way, is I think LEDs is turning into a must-have on a lot of races now.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to not this year, but next time, or next year when we get into doing our races and everything, I think LEDs needs to be a requirement.
It does make it a whole lot easier.
It's not just because it's a silly rule or anything like that. It's because when you have spectators and you have a dark course, because a lot of times we like to turn our lights down low and let the LEDs shine on the course and everything. Well, it's kind of hard to see the drone. So, uh, seeing through a camera is one thing. We'll be able to see through a camera. We'll be able to register everything. But being able to see the drone as a spectator, I think is very important. And even if it's just one, or a couple LEDs on top, or one on each corner, or whatever, I think it's very important that we start going towards that way.
Yeah, and I think we're getting to the place that we have finally got whoops where the competition in open class 65 millimeter is just as vicious or ferocious or fast paced, if that's the word you want to use, as other racing. And I think one of the areas that we will see change and growth in indoor whoop racing, UDL 65 millimeter, is that. Also, as a race director and someone who thinks about, putting on a stream that people would actually like to sit and watch and take part in, I would like to see not only LEDs, but programmable LEDs that whenever you're on a channel, just say like channel R1 is red. Just say that, for example. R2 may be blue and green and white, or, whatever, pink, or just whatever they pick. But as you change channels, and I know that that's how Tiny Trainer started out, that, you not only needed to be able to have LEDs, but they wanted you to be able to change your LEDs on your quad. So, that way, the person calling the race, if he knows that Skip's on R1, well, Skip's going to be red. So if he gets confused about who's in the lead or something, he can look over the screen and look out into which Joe Scully does it like a pro, and, doesn't even, well, because he is, but he doesn't even miss a beat when he's calling the race from line of sight, or he's calling the race from the screen. And I think it's cool, and it's just, I think it makes for better racing too, because you can see the person ahead of you a whole lot clearer.
Well, not only that, it's a safety perspective too. I mean, if you got spectators in the crowd and stuff like that, if they see a bright light coming towards them, they're going to duck. Even though 65 mil is not going to hit you hard enough to really make a difference. You can hit somebody in the eye and an ankle black eye, but when you get having spectators and kids and stuff like that, it's always to be, as safe as you possibly can.
I think we got a little argument going on here between Custom and Gaps.
What are they saying?
He said, I used a custom Black Horse BT 2.0 pigtail with 2 ice blue LEDs on a PCB. And Custom says, laughing my butt off. So Gaps equals fast. Noah, are you in any kind of a place to share the design of the championship, of the chapter championship trophy?
Oh, is Noah designing the?
I thought so. I hope so. That was my understanding of what the Facebook thing said.
Oh,
said
okay.
That 533 was going to print it or make it or whatever, and Custom was going to design it.
Cool.
So, which, see, that's not including Custom FPV is one of our sponsors also. And the stuff that you saw is not including the goodies that he's going to bring for your bags. Still in the cranium. Okay, gotcha. Still in the old head. I picked this little thing up right here from Dave at Fly High at Sloss.
Boy, we always cut it. We cut it close here at 533. I'll tell you what.
Now, Custom said this. He said, "I will have it for you, and it's going to be sick." So,
oh yeah, it will be awesome. But
I'm sure it will be.
We always cutting it close at 533, but we seem to somehow deliver.
Right. Well, that's the racer in you coming through at the last moment, right?
Yeah.
Who wants to watch Evan race me? You know? And Evan's done. And PhatPastor's about to finish his first lap. So, I mean, so if all that Evan had to race against was me and you, Skip, he would have to slow his game down, you know, to make it, you know, watchable, I guess. Laser engraved plaque with the winner's name on it will be personally engraved and mailed to them. Ooh. That'll work. That'll work. They'll have to give us some kind of a render or something on it there at the race so we can throw it up there and give people an idea of what they're fighting for. Because I already heard Wade trying to recruit Noah over to oh yes he is trying to recruit Noah over to the Western North Carolina guys.
Oh yeah.
Somebody needs to tell Wade he lives in Tennessee now.
Yeah.
If you're watching Dreadpool, you live in Tennessee now, and you know all of the managers that are actually managers of Middle Tennessee Drone Racing.
He's officially part of the 533 team now, so that would be Knoxville.
And where he lives, have y'all explained to him yet that if his blood does not run orange, that he's really in jeopardy of getting hurt out there where y'all live? I lived out there for a little while.
Yeah, well, I'm not big on football, but
oh, the trophy will be at the race, just not the personalization. That'll be cool. Oh, he'll just have a custom plaque to add to it for them. Oh, that's cool. I stand firmly with Buckeye FPV Racing. All right. Or Cincinnati Quad Racers. You pick. That works. Mr. Man, how's it going, brother?
I am building my whoops for champs. If you guys are looking at me looking down and stuff, I'm over here building my whoops for champs.
Whoops. Yep. And I just finished the Neo's gates. We got 15 of the Neo's gates. So you'll know, Skip. And 4 flags, Neo's flags.
Nice.
And I don't know how many gates total we have. So, but you know, I've got 140 other gates that'll be just fine too. So, and you know, as far as the black light, this is one black light back here that one of the 365, the real black lights. It's lighting up this whole room, and I think I've got like, I don't know, 8 or 9 of those, and a couple of tubes and a string, like a string, like a LED string of black lights. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be hurting on the
I
black
just
lights.
lost chat, so you'll have to let me know what they say.
Okay. Now is the time that y'all can chat slap against Skip if you want to.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to meet you too, brother. FPV Gap says he's excited to meet us this weekend. I'm excited to meet you too, brother. That's one of the big pros for me of, you know, these bigger races like this, is regional races and stuff, people getting together. And, you know, I thought it was very nice of Phil to volunteer his grill and his time to feed everybody that's going to be there Friday night. So I don't know if that will continue any of the other nights. You have to talk with him.
Hey, I have to say, don't be bashful and act like you don't want to eat Phil's food, because Phil's food is great, and pig out on it. I want you guys to make him work for that grill.
Mr. Man, you can make it. All you have to do is bring the dogs with you. We've already talked about this. It's a campground. You can tie them up to a tree. They'll be fine. Ahsoka, she's fine. That's a service dog. She can come inside with you. So the other ones, yeah, tie them up to a tree. There's trees out there. It's a country. We live in the country, man. So, I'm just teasing you, bro. We'll get you next time. If you're wondering, Ahsoka is his dog. So I met Ahsoka at I.O. She let me know that my blood sugar was too high. Yep.
Too high or too low?
Too high. She come and put her little chin down on my leg and looked at me. It seemed kind of sad. And Mr. Man's mother's like, "Do you have diabetes?" I was like, "Yeah, I got fat man type 2 diabetes." She's like, "I bet your sugar's high." It's like, "Oh, I can tell you, based upon what I just ate a little while ago, it's high." And she's like, "Yep, that's why she doesn't want to leave you." I was like, "I thought she'd just being sweet." Then there was another guy behind me. He was probably a little bit older than me, and she walked over there to him and sat down and just looked at him. Mr. Man's mom said the same thing. She said, "I bet your sugar's high too." And he's like, "Yep, guaranteed." So that was cool. I think I got a video of that somewhere. So I need to bring these to you. Do you see this, Skip?
Ad.
Right out of the box.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Motors?
Right out of the package. Yeah. It's a tiny turner.
Huh.
Yeah. I need to bring that.
Just mail them to us.
Yeah. I think I said something to Evan about it or something, and I'm pretty sure he dropped like another motor in my next order or something like that. And so it's been atoned for. But if you do you, with motors like that are y'all's, do y'all send those back to the manufacturer, or do y'all have to eat bad stuff?
We know, so we have been here lately. We've been keeping a track of them, but I mean, just to be honest with you, we've been eating most of that stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I didn't know if you got like 20 or 30 of them. You send them back to the factory and say, "Look at this." I mean, because obviously something ain't right with it.
So we're very busy, and we're not a big crew. We're actually a small crew, and there's a lot of drones. So there's a lot of stuff that get looked over, and you know, we're always busy trying to, you know, get stuff out the door, and
yeah, I guess
stuff like that we
when it's
have
in
a hard
y'all's,
time finding time for.
yeah, I guess when it's in your pit stop, if you know the motor's bad, it's probably just more economical for y'all as a company just to replace it than to try to figure out what's causing that motor to be bad, right?
Yeah,
Just pull it
and
off,
there's
throw
one.
another one on there, because
Yeah,
your labor and everything else of trying to figure it out probably costs more than what just replacing the motor right off the bat would do, right? I'm
yeah,
assuming. I don't
yeah.
know that. So, all right. Well, we're not going to be long tonight. We're going to wrap things up here in just a little bit. Was there something you wanted to go over, Skip? I want to send you Mr. E, I believe it was. Let me switch to me for a second so that people are not seeing my private YouTube messages, or not YouTube, but Discord messages. Good. Got it, Equity.
Yeah, one thing I did want to say is tomorrow we will be coming out with an official YouTube video. You'll probably find it on. I'll be sending it to PhatPastor also on the track. We'll be doing just the track. We won't be no explaining or anything. You'll just like you see on the MultiGP champs tees videos and stuff like that. You're going to see the same thing on video of the 65 mil first, and then the UDL second.
There we go. Yep, that'll be cool. So, I don't remember what I was checking that for, but I didn't find what I was looking for. So, track fly through. Yep. Also, the tracks are on Velocidrome for you guys to practice if you want to. They're both are called, has the Southeast Micro Drone Championship, but the UDL has an A in front of it, right?
They both have the letter A in front of them. And the reason why I've done that is because Velocidrone sometimes does not upload a track very easily, and you got to somehow get it in. A little trick is to get it the top of the queue by using the letter A or the number 1. So I used the letter A and said A Southeast Whoop Championship, I believe is what I called it.
Okay.
It's probably supposed to be called Micro Championship, right?
And it doesn't matter either way.
Yeah.
The main reason why I went with micro drone wasn't, now I will say that the TinyWhoop thing and all of that drama did play a little part in it, but it wasn't the main reason. The main reason was, a guy was working at my house and he was like, "What are you doing with that trailer?" Because I have a trailer called the Whoop Wagon. You'll see it when you get at the race. It's got a bunch of gates and stuff in it. And he thought it was gear that I was using to go to Bigfoot calling. People whoop. He actually thought it was for Bigfoot calling. And then it dawned on me that unless you're in the hobby, you don't know what a whoop is. Most people. Or unless you know somebody that's in the hobby. The average Joe Schmo out there that, sees a sign up, the Southeast Micro or the Southeast Whoop Championship is going to be held at the fairgrounds. They're like, "What's a Whoop Championship?"
Yeah, the word whoop is hobby wide, not worldwide.
That's right. But micro drones, people know what drone racing is. And are like, well, there are going to be people flying tiny drones and racing them. That might be cool. So, this will be open to the public. People can come in and out and spectate up to a point. That's what security will be, is that, can only be so many people in there at once. So, Any good places to freestyle down there? Yeah, there's several down in Nashville. There's a place. It's probably going to be about 35 minutes away. It's on my channel. I think it's called Diving the Old Man Mural or something like that. And it's a large, I think it was a grain factory or something like that. And it's got one of the tallest murals in America in it or something. And a lot of people like to go there. I'm not a big freestyler. More places, outside of Nashville and around that people go to freestyle, but there's people there. There'll be people there that know freestyling and all of that. If you go after we're done racing, like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, the pedestrian bridge near where they're building the new Titan Stadium, where the old Titan Stadium stand, and they're building the new Titan Stadium just right where the parking lot used to be. A lot of people like to fly down there, but you got to be careful doing that on a Saturday. If you want to get up early Sunday morning and dive some of the skyscrapers, well, they're not skyscrapers like New York, but some of the tall buildings, like the Batman building. A lot of people like to fly between the wings of the Batman building. It's called the Batman building. It's the Bell South building, or AT&T, I guess now. If you get up early, like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and you're there before a lot of foot traffic gets there, I do know several people that have flown that and not got run off or anything like that. But once the day gets longer, because it's not too far, it's actually in walking distance of Broadway and 2nd Avenue, where there's a lot of tourist type stuff. Once the foot traffic starts getting more, Metro PD will come and tell you to leave. Tell you that, they can't stop you from flying, but you can't land it. If you land it, we're going to take it, kind of thing. So go ahead and bring it on down is what they'll tell you to do, and get out of here. A good 75 millimeter, man. You could take that UDL and dive that what they call the Batman building or the Pinnacle building, and with a 75 millimeter, you're gonna feel like you are diving the, I don't know, what's it? What's the big one? Yeah, the Empire State Building, the big one that King Kong hung on. Yeah. So yeah, there's stuff like that to do, and there's some places. There's a place called Fiddler's Grove, and if you get there at the fairgrounds early, depending upon what else is happening there, what else is going on, whether the venues are going on, to the amount of restriction that they're going to have on us or won't have on us, you might be able to take your whoop around in there and fly in that. It's like an old pioneer type village. Pretty cool. Got a lot of trees in it and some old like oak trees and stuff like that in it. Might be fun to take a whoop in and freestyle in. So, yeah. Whoop might be a little safer. The video that I've got of diving the old man, I was flying the Mobula 7, and that's why the wind kept catching it up, up that high. It was a windy day, and I was taking a guy to a bus station. Had come in, he rode a Greyhound bus to fly with us, and I was taking him back to the bus station. So. Yep. It's all dependent upon them. Yep. So, and a lot of things that I've run into around here in Middle Tennessee, as long as you're not a jackleg about it, you won't run into any trouble. The most that'll happen is the PD or property owner will show up and ask you, "Hey, could you not be flying this here?" And you're gonna bring a 15-inch, okay, or the 1.5, or gonna bring one 5-inch. I think that's what he's saying. Now I'm pretty sure they would at the fairground. I'm pretty sure they're going to frown on flying a 5-inch, just because of the amount of noise that it makes outside, and any other vendors that are out there will probably be like throwing a fit. And so I will find out tomorrow, and I'll put a thing up on the not on the Discord, on the Facebook, telling of any restrictions. But I'm kind of thinking they're going to tell us, anything above these small ones that you're flying, don't fly them on the fairground property. That's what I feel that they're going to end up telling us. And I think that's partially because our insurance rider that we ended up getting through AMA, I think one of the questions that they asked at the fairground was what size and type drones were going to be flown, and what size and type drones are included with the insurance. And so, yeah, we had to, what was it? I think it was like $180. I'm not sure. It was up there that we had to pay the AMA for insurance for that weekend to cover us. So
we have to.
Yeah.
Pastor has to jump through hoops to get some of these venues.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of them that you have to, you got to really walk a fine line. So, please be mindful it's a Whoop event, and I would keep it down to whoops.
Yeah.
You can bring your DJI Neo or something like that, and I mean, if you think about it, we're going to be flying all day, Saturday and Sunday, so there ain't going to be much room to even be flying other drones unless unless it's dark outside or first thing in the morning. So,
yeah.
the
Johnny asked
event.
a good question. He says that he's going to camp. Do we just need to call the fairgrounds? You'll reserve with me. If you're camping in tents, it is I think it's a $20 or $25 charge. I think it's 20. If you're camping in an RV, I think it's 50 or 75. And that's something that they will collect from me during the race. So they'll come to me and like, "Oh, we see you got 10 people camping. We need money for these 10 campers." We follow all the rules. Keep the fun alive. Yeah. We'll want to be able to do wooden 5.5-inch. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not going to allow us. But so
Yeah, and I mean, this is one of the first times we've been to this event, and this is the first time that we'll be going to this event. So we kind of want to make a good impression. That way we can continue using this fairground. They are been really lenient on a lot of things already, and so I would like to keep this a good spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they did give us a discount off of the venue. Johnny, you could just bring cash at the event if you want to. That would work better for me, because that's I'm probably just going to have to pay them with my card, and so that will come out of the CBO. So that'll be fine. So I'm excited. I've got your shirt made, Johnny. It's just like, well, let me say this. Oh. It's like Skip's But one thing I'll say about these, since you and Skip are both on them, every one of these, of the event ones, for the people that's on the event staff, they're all custom in some ways. If you look at the back of, if you look at the colors of Skip's, you look at the colors of mine, they're a little different. There's some little extras thrown in some of them, like I think on Fields, I dotted the eye on one of his micro drones with a different color vinyl, because when I was weeding that, it fell off in the floor and I didn't want to be down and pick it up, so I pulled one off of another color. And I think each one of them is custom, so they're going to be a little bit different. And I finished yours today, Johnny, and so I have everybody's finished. The one that I'm wearing now, this is a very early shirt. That's why the Middle Tennessee drone racing should be about right here, but we were still learning. And so, yeah, we'll have your shirt waiting for you. And again, if you're watching and you want me to, if you want one of the if you want a Southeast, this is what a pilot shirt, or what only place you can buy this is going to be at the event where it says Southeast Micro Drones Championship 2025. You can have, this is for Z King says he's going to come and do security, but you can have your name, like your race name, Johnny Scars, if you wanted it, or Gaps FPV, or FPV Gaps. And then you can either have your chapter, Quad Fathers, or Cincinnati, or whatever, or you can have your real name underneath it, whatever you want. And without your name, without it customized, these shirts right here will sell for, I think, $20, and just $25 to have it customized. But you gotta let me know by tomorrow, because tomorrow night is the last night I have to do, and then because I've got to get everything ready. Thursday night, instead of streaming, I'm going to be updating everything in my flight director's case, updating Google Chrome, make sure everything's updated, trackside, all of that, and everything's working well, that there's fresh batteries for the microphones and all of that. So that's what I will be doing Thursday night. So if you want something specially made, thanks, Johnny, appreciate it. I want you to be able to have it, because it's going to look cool in the black lights. Like I've told you, this camera doesn't do justice to these shirts. When you're in a room with the lights turned off, you don't see the shirt. Just the artwork just pops. I mean, it just stands out. So it's going to be cool. I don't know if you
Pastor,
saw.
can you do a large heads up shirt?
A large heads up shirt.
Yeah.
And what the racers? Yeah, I can.
Either one, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. The other one, I won't have time to make any more of like what we got, because it's literally takes me about 6 hours.
Okay.
So large heads up. Got it. I've got it. Let me see here real quick. got you. Madness, I got you. Writing you down right here. Let me put this on a card.
Well, I tell you what, these pads on this thing are super hard to see,
Yeah, I bet they are.
and I could see really good. It's got a video out on it, huh? That's neat. Have you ever seen a video out on a
Not on a AIO.
whoop, on a AIO? Yeah, neat. That's different.
All right. Okay. Name yellow. Logo blue. Blue.
Yeah, I
Okay.
done the race that we had at your church. I done a I was trying to do a review on the VCI motors. Well,
Mm-hmm.
all I did was take the VCI motors and do a pull with them,
Mhm.
full throttle them. Probably I'd say 5 times I full throttled them
Mhm.
on the We Bleed big batteries I call Virginia Slims,
Mhm.
and then I done it on the other batteries, just the regular tattoo batteries. And for some reason, when I got to your race and I was flying, I would arm it and it'd either take off on me, or I'd arm it and two of the motors would be jittering.
I remember that. I remember you had problems with them.
Yeah, and then I would finally get it to work, and I raced probably, I'd say 2 or 3 races like that, and then after it didn't work again after that. I don't know why.
Camera
So
pads on the Whoop board push my vision limits. Mm-hmm. Mine too. That's why I'll wear my nerdy watch makers goggles or whatever they're called. Plus this. That's well, I'm not going to mess it up, but that's my magnifying lamp right there. So I can't do a regular size drone without some kind of magnification. So all right, guys, I think I've got Madness. I got your stuff written down here, and we're gonna Gaps. If you get a chance, send me please before tomorrow afternoon. Send me like Madness says he wanted to say Madness and he wanted that to be yellow, and he wanted his chapter name like Quadfathers under it, and then he for the main graphic which is like he's picked a color that so that's perfect what I need.
Pastor, I want to thank you for having me. I am going to head out, and
right.
hopefully I'll talk to you after.
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for well, I'll see you this Friday.
Okay. All
We'll be
right.
there. All right, man. Take care. I'm just going to bring everybody shirts instead of mailing them. So, all right. Take care, man. All right. 32. I think I got socks that are 32 years old. I am not joking. I'm serious. So Yep. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this thing up. So if you would go ahead and start with your goodbyes, but if you've not smashed that like button, please take out all of your frustration from the week on that like button. And if you've not subscribed, which I don't think I've seen anybody on here tonight that's not a subscriber, if you would hit that subscribe button and just, again, like, comment, subscribe, tell everybody how great the channel is, and see if you can get somebody to come with you, somebody to ride with you, to come with you to the race. So I will see you guys at the race this Friday night. And remember, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, keep flying and rise up and meet me in the air. Good night.